I would like to welcome you to our new course, English Language. This is going to be our introductory lecture. So basically, this is a course that is about English language. It is an introductory course in the sense that we are going to study basic English structure and introduce some grammatical concept and some skills of writing and reading. So this is our introductory lecture. The content of our course is this. English courses basically provide a direct review of English language skills with clear emphasis on grammatical structure and grammatical rules. The exercises that we are going to give in those lectures and at the end of those lectures are meant to basically train you and reinforce your English language ability and focus on your grammatical ability and writing a good grammatical structure, acceptable grammatical structure with emphasis on how to write English structure, English sentence pattern. So at the end of this course, or basically the objective of studying such a course is, number one, the student, by the end of this course, the student should be able to have a good command of basic English grammatical structure. As I said, the focus of this course is to strengthen your grammatical language in the sense that we try to understand each and every possible English pattern, structure, sentence structure in terms of grammar, of course. Number two, the student will be able to demonstrate comprehension of written English. The second part of the course, we are going to have some passages taken from a course. We are going to study those passages, concentrate on the written form, on the written English, and we start to analyze those passages in terms of grammar, in terms of vocabulary, in terms of structure, and we are going to give explanation for the words, and we are going to have application of the grammatical sessions that we have, then we apply on those passages. Number three, the student will be able to identify correct language use. In other words, when you study, for example, in chapter number 1 of our book, when we study verb to be and the simple present tense and the progressive tense, we are going to have the skill of evaluating a sentence, whether it is correct or incorrect, and we'll probably have the ability to judge how grammatical this sentence is or how grammatical this paragraph is. Again, the student will be able to show command of English structural pattern. We hope that by the end of this course, by training, by following the course, by reading the exercises and basically studying the text or the passages that we are going to analyze, we hope that we will have this ability of mastering the English basic English structure, basic English grammatical rules that we are going to concentrate on in this course. Again, the student should be able to use knowledge and skill of sentence structure to produce correct sentences. So this ability of being able to evaluate a sentence or to give a grammatical judgment will also enable you to write or to produce grammatical structures that are based on accurate grammar use, accurate grammatical structure, and so on and so forth. Number six, students will improve their language skill in reading and writing. So basically, this is a kind of general course that mainly focuses on grammar and analyze some passages in terms of their vocabulary, their grammar, the meaning, the expressions that are used, and in the process, student will gain lots of experience by having such exercises that are going to reinforce these grammatical rules and use them in real life situation and passages that are contemporary and recent and so on and so forth. Basically, this course depends on, number one, recorded lectures. So the content of the course are going to be in terms of lectures, 14 lectures that we are going to record. And of course, there is going to be a course plan where we can know where exactly we are going in the course. So we will start with verb to be, then we move to verb to have, and we then have some passages that are going to be an application of what we have in the grammar lectures. So basically, we mainly depend on the recorded lectures through the PowerPoint presentation. And again, if there is any question that need to be answered, or if there is any difficult point that need to be explained further, we are going to have 4 live sessions for discussion and for explaining difficult points. What are the courses? What are the textbooks that we are going to have? We have selected 2 courses. That is the first textbook. This is Basic English Grammar, very famous series of grammar books. This is the introductory Basic English Grammar book by Betty Azar. So we are going to cover something like 4 or 3 chapters from this book, the first 4 chapters. And as far as the second textbook, we are going to study interaction axis, which is related to reading and writing. So this is the other series, the other part of the course. We are going to depend on both books to study grammar from Azar and study the passages for writing and vocabulary by this series, which is interaction axis, specifically for reading and writing. This is the yellow, basically the gold edition. It is made for the Middle Eastern student. So basically it is a carefully selected course, very useful and very direct. It is basically directed to improve student writing ability and reading ability. So these are copies of the book. The books are available online, and you can buy them from local stores at Jarir and Obeikan Library, of course. Again, this is the distribution of our course material. As you know, we have 14 lectures, excluding the introductory lecture. So we are going to start with using verb to be. We are going to spend 2 lectures on how to use verb to be, the different sentence structure that contains verb to be. So we are going to have the first few weeks talking about the grammatical structure of sentences containing verb to be. Then we have to move to the following book, where we take some passages and we analyze them in terms of vocabulary, in terms of the use of structure, the use of a grammar, the use of a new words, opposites, synonyms, and so on and so forth. So the second, the third, and the fourth lecture are going to be chapter number 1 from the second book, which is interaction axis. So chapter number 1 is neighborhood, cities, and towns. We will select some passages from that book, also based specifically from that chapter. We will spend some time talking about how to read a passage, how to skim through this passage, how to scan this passage looking for a specific information. Then we analyze this passage by reading it more than one time, by basically analyzing the new words and giving their meaning or possibly their interpretation. We will look for some words that are difficult, and we try to understand how they are derived, and so on and so forth. So lecture number 3 and lecture number 4 will be specified for the first chapter of the interaction axis book, chapter number 1, which is neighborhoods, cities, and towns. We will go to our grammar book again in lecture number 5 and lecture number 6, where we study chapter number 2, that is using verb to be and have. And again, we will spend 2 lectures talking about using verb to be and verb to have. Toward week number 7 and 8, we will have another chapter from the interaction book series, which is shopping and e-commerce. And again, we will spend 2 weeks analyzing new paragraphs and new texts that are related to shopping and e-commerce. We study their vocabulary, we study how the grammatical sentences are used there, and so on and so forth. Again, we go back to the grammar book for lecture number 8 and lecture number 9. We study the simple present and the present progressive. And of course, we can always explain on those tenses by having examples, explaining the rules, and giving exercises at the end of each lecture. Toward lecture number 10 and 11, we will have another, or basically a third chapter from our book, where we study friends and family chapter. Again, we analyze and give explanation of the new structure that we have already explained in the grammar lecture. In the final lectures, lecture number 12, 13, and 14, we will talk about nouns and pronouns. We will talk about count and non-count nouns. And toward the end of the course, we hopefully are going to give a revision of this course and give a sample exam question that basically is going to introduce you to how the final exam is going to be like. Okay, so basically this is what we are going to have as a course plan or as distribution of the course material throughout the term. This course is evaluated as follows. There is 30 mark for participation. The participation is basically where you have to attend the recorded lecture. This is out of 10. Again, you have 3 assignments which are done online. So you will have 3 assignments. The 3 of them are out of 10. Then there will be 14 topic discussion that you have to go through and answer the questions. And of course, each lecture has a discussion question that is going to be posted to you electronically, of course. So this is the first 30 mark, which we call the participation mark. 10 mark for attendance, 10 mark for assignments, which is also out of 10, and 10 mark for the discussion question. Well, of course, the final exam is out of 70. So basically, this is out of 100. Most of the final exam questions are clearly multiple choice exam. We have the option of having either 50 exam question or 70 exam question. So students have to watch the recorded lectures, the students have to attend the live sessions, and students also have to answer the discussion questions, and of course they also have to respond to the homework. We are going to have 3 short homeworks or 3 short homework questions which are going to be out of 3. So I have to say this in Arabic. We have to depend on this course and basically forget everything that has already been recorded as far as this course is concerned. So نعتمد المحاضرات الحالية لهذا المقرر وتلغى كل المحاضرات اللي تم تسجيلها من الزملاء الآخرين لنفس المادة. So المحاضرات basically are the same. However, this is an update for those lectures, and we are going to basically switch from a grammar to writing and reading, then a grammar again, writing and reading. But basically, we are going to go step by step until basically lecture number 14. So this is bringing us to the end of this final lecture, This is going to bring us to the end of the introductory lecture, through which we have basically given a precise introduction of what this course is about, what are the course books that we are going to study, and what is the course distribution through the 14 lecture we are going to study. So if you have any question, we are going to meet in the live session. My email will be also addressed to you through the Blackboard system, and if there is any question, we can always discuss it, and if there is any difficult point, we can always go through. Okay, so at the end of this introductory lecture, I would like to thank everybody and get ready for this course. It is a very useful course, and it is an interesting course, and basically does not really that difficult, because as I said, it is an introduction course that is introducing us to the basic structure of the English language. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.